Howdy, this is Sailor the Piper Man, Piper the Sailor Man, coming to you once again from the beautiful island of Puerto Rico. It's sunny, and I'm smoking this Lovat Rossi Norte or Nota, and I feel great today. And I was thinking, I had put on Facebook watching other people's video, and I began thinking of tobacconist shop. How many of the great tobacconist stores have closed, has shut its doors? If you've been around for more than 25 years and have been able to go to some of the great tobacco shops, you know, you have an understanding. You had this old world look to it. Some of the owners were from the last century, and I was horrified. Here in Puerto Rico, it doesn't have that. Never had that tradition of that old world look, whether it was English, French, Spanish, whatever. And the tobacco shops today look like Kmart. Like cheaply made stores, manufactured stores that you come in, you buy whatever, and you leave. And there's nothing to the ambiance. There's nothing will conjure up memories of colonial, historical, nothing vintage in them. And so usually they don't have people with working in these places where they have history behind them. They are truly involved. So you don't see their passion. They're just like, hey man, this is a tobacco. You can buy it or leave it. I really don't care. And so I'm like, wow, man. You know? Now, I personally hate when I hear pipe smokers talk about pipes being sold in pharmacies. For the most part in America, most pipes were sold in pharmacies. And what's wrong with it? I don't think so. It wasn't cheap to buy at a pharmacy back in the 1940s and 50s. You had to have some kind of money to go in there to buy anything. And when you bought, it wasn't like over the counter cheap item that you bought. Usually they had a display for them, and you, whether it was Dr. Grable or medical or what have you, they sold them. They cornered the cops too. I remember. I was old enough. So when I hear people today talk about them so cheaply, I don't think they ever bought one in a pharmacy or were alive during that time. And so they talk about these estate pipes by Dr. Grable, and because they don't get a good turnover, you know, and a good profit margin, they put these pipes down. The fact is, a Dr. Grable back there was one of the best pipes you can get, period. When you talked about Captain Black, it was premium tobacco back then. Now it's relegated. Oh, well, you can buy that in pharmacy. No, you can't. You can't buy. I've tried buying Bork and Riff, which is another one of my favorite. Prince Albert. You can't buy that in no pharmacy today. So I don't know where they get this idea that it's somehow cheap tobacco, cheap pipes. You go tell that to somebody that works with Dr. Grable or works at Mission Pipe Company, and you call their pipe cheap, see what they say to you. They'll give you a whole lot of history behind those pipes, and they're proud to make those pipes. Now, just the other day, I saw a video. I'm not going to mention the name of the company because they're struggling to stay afloat. It was obvious. I saw this in Virtual Pipe, and they show scenes of the place. It looked rather shabby, to tell you the truth. I was saddened by it. It was kind of chaotic when you looked at it. Obviously, the person works there knows where everything's located, but somebody from the outside looking in will look at it and go like, gee, they make pipes here? And it seems like Savinelli and some of the great pipe companies are really well organized, and some of these, call them hole of the wall places that producing, call themselves pipe companies, shouldn't be producing pipes. If the quality of the briar is not there, the quality of the pipe making is not there, it gives a bad name. You know, are they making pipe because of historical significance? Is it a family-owned company, or they're just trying to make a buck? You know, and so when you have the attitude of you're gonna try to make a buck, but then you're not gonna use the best. You're not gonna seek the best briar. So you look at the look in the industry is one of entrepreneurship and making money instead of legacy, tradition, and quality. And so this one company I bought 2 pipes from. I'm gonna say it, K. Woody. For the longest, is one of the top pipe makers now. My perception is the company's struggling. It struggled financially. Pipe and Cigars have been buying their product. So far, so good. I bought 2 pipes from them. It's really good. And I really feel sorry for that American company, K. Woody, because it should be one of the top companies in the world. But sometimes the owners, the organization, whoever's running the administration ends up economically not foreseeing certain changes in the industry, and they get caught. They make bad investments, and the pipe company suffers. So the pipe companies that are still around, the owners were visionaries, like Savinelli, Peterson, even Dunhill. But Dunhill refuses to change his quality, and so at one time Dunhill wasn't so expensive. It was for the proletarian. It was for the soldiers of World War I and World War II. They made it economical, and then they got full of themselves after World War II. They did. They got full of themselves. How can you sell pipes and not sell pipe tobacco? That being said, I'm asking that each pipe smoker, this is coming from the bottom of my heart, will continually monthly buy 1 pipe by K. Woody. And I expect all Americans, the same support they give to Mission Pipe, be given to K. Woody to help them not only stay afloat, but to reorganize so they can hire other pipe makers and bring out a formidable company. You know, there's not a lot of companies around, and the great pipe makers, a lot of them dying off. Now, they're great female pipe makers too. And a lot of the reason why a lot of these stores don't buy their pipes is because these pipe makers are not good in PR, they're sales reps. Now, if you have a pipe, I used to be a sales rep, I used to be in marketing. I know how to do marketing. I know how to sell a product if I believe in it. So if anybody out there that's a pipe maker and really doesn't have the time to set up a web page, to set up, marketing strategies for their pipes, and or doesn't really understand wholesale, retail distribution, come talk to me. It's for free. I'm willing to help those young pipe makers that want to expand. You have to know the trend worldwide. You can no longer think about your town, your nation. You have to begin to look at online selling more and more. And for that, you need to get your information of your pipe. You need to get your pipe uh, making apparatus uh, to sell. You have to have a good production line because pipe making is about uh, supply and demand. If I ask for 100 pipes for you to make for me, can you make it? Can they be out on time? So a lot of people can make pipes, but they get caught up in the supply and demand. They're not able to meet their demand, so they go to the wayside. They don't have money to invest in bringing in more people. So you really have to know where you're sitting. If you want to expand, you have to invest. You have to invest. And you have to have good sales and marketing people on board. If you're not willing to have your pipe grow, you want something locally, then I'm not the person that you need to hear from. If you talk to me, I'll let you know what I was into in the pipe industry, how I developed a small shop into a national shop by being one of the first ones to go online and selling tobacco and pipe products using the various shipping means at the time, DHL, what have you, postal service. You were able to get the customers their product within 4 days, second day air, third day air, whatever you want. So you have to have the demand, but you definitely on the supply end you have to be ready. The look of the person selling the pipe is important. The displays that you have. I don't go to a table, or have not go to a table where I see pipes thrown all over the place on the table, picking what you want. I don't view pipe. I view pipe as an artwork, and so it should be displayed as an artwork. So if you believe in what you do, and you believe in your pipes, and you believe it's an art, come talk to me. That's what it is. Pipe is an art. Pipe making is an art. Tobacco blending is an art. Believe me, there's a lot of people out there that think they know how to make tobacco, and it's terrible. So this is Piper the Salem and Sailor the Piper Man asking you to support K Woody. Ciao.